Sorry. Welcome back to another Final Fantasy 16 stream, part 9. Um, I work tonight, I work tomorrow, I don't have a lot of time. Remember to do all that YouTube jazz, like my video, whatever. If you like it, please like it. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and have that bell icon, no matter what. Leave a comment, let me know what you feel like saying to me or whatever, what you want to see in the future. There are 2 side quests, so the goal is to finish both of them, so that the next time I stream, maybe tomorrow, I can go straight into the main quest.
Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of 'em turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
You mean like, make sure they all see me, let them surround me, then light them on fire? And then there's usually 1 or 2 big guys, and then I just hit them really hard. Yeah, that's my plan. Fire and then hit it.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first.
Not as good as my plan, no matter what he says.
So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Let's go. Time to end these guys.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
Like I said.
That's the end of that then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
That flame. That was bad, wasn't it?
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for Akashic.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them, and not a single Akashic in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy, especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
First things first, we'll need to get a few of these roofs seen to. Wouldn't want...
I'd better get this well back in working order. If we're gonna live here, we'll need something to drink.
Back to Martha.
The Guardians of the Flame were true friends to the rest. They fought our enemies, manned our barricades, joined us on our patrols. Now they're gone, I suppose it's back to double shifts.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, it was crowded, but what we should have done is taken some of the civilians with us to the hideaway. There was too many people here. But yeah, the civilians don't want to leave their home, but they needed fighters to protect this place, and they just sent their fighters somewhere else. Until the...
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own. What matters is you did it, and now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Eastpool's been in ruins for years, so wonder any of it's still standing.
I guess it's time to move against the councilman or whoever. The High Counselor? I don't know.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to do.
I won't let you down.
Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
Yeah, this is too simple.
Come then, brother. We are awaited in Gotan.
Too simple.
Bales.
What if the Black Shields are already going to be there? Man. I felt like someone was running on my legs, like a spider or something. It's unnerving.
Run like the wind. That'll do, girl. Everyone, Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heavenhall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
If I make it in time. Fallen enemy. Interesting. That's a tree. So you can't run through trees? Who would've guessed?
Clive, Look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down.
Easiest enemies I've fought in a long time. It landed a hit. Because I dodged it the wrong time. Dodged it early.
If only we'd arrived earlier.
I've got that auto dodge ring, but you can still dodge, and then it messes up the auto dodge. And I'm practicing. I'm trying to get better at doing the dodge.
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear, just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans, building a haven in Lostwing, freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost, so that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
Like an aether flood? It popped up while we were gone. It's been like 10 minutes. So everyone would have died anyways except for the bearers.
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool!
He's gonna die. If he's on a bearer, he can't last but
damn it.
Like a short time in there.
Quentin's not going to last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here. Farewell. I need to get back to Quentin.
Quentin's a damn idiot. Too emotional.
Quentin. Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here.
Stop talking. Stop even looking at him. Just pick him up and move him.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins.
Go to the
Why
hideaway.
just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, We are family.
You have one fighter and a flood 200 feet from your new village.
Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
They are right, you know. Lostwing can be rebuilt. It was more than a mere village. More than a staging ground for revenge. It was a vision of how life might be. Of how we who have suffered can come to find family again.
Well, yeah, just thinking logically, they will all die if they stay right where they are. They have one soldier, and
Seems
there's
the
a
hideaway
flood
is
right
so
next to them
steep.
that will attract whatever, the bad guys, the monsters, straight to them. And all he has is himself, the one soldier who's got to be on guard at all times, and then a bunch of sick and weakened children. That's all he's got.
Good morrow to you, my friend.
What he should actually do is send all of his people except for the soldier and himself back here. And then rotate people from our base to help him take care of the vineyard.
I don't believe you've read this
winery.
particular chapter before.
And then the winery becomes a source of income for my group.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
And we protect his people until the crisis is over, and then they can go back home. Author's Rest, same thing. There's still room here. The hideaway has enough room to bring people to. Not a lot. I think the biggest problem is actually food.
Where do I owe the honor? So, will it be? That it? Fine.
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there. Both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
It's true. The village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
have a feeling we're close to the end of the game, but at the same time, there's so much stuff left on that wall, and we still have 2 more blacksmith quests before we unlock the ability to make the best sword in the game. So there's gotta be quite a bit of game left. So, like, my brain says halfway through the game, and my heart says close to the end.
Is there out you need?
So if we meet in the middle, there's going to be another time skip soon or something, like an act 2 or 3 or something. You have when he was a kid, a little bit older, and then whatever happens to the planet.
There's no one like our Nan. Your lad's worth... and I've never looked... You take care now.
See you, Goods. Goods is a very interesting character. Like, normally, they go way overboard whenever they have a character that's obviously on the spectrum, like he is. But they did a dang good job with building his character. He has his sense of justice, and he doesn't understand everything. Yeah, he wants to win everybody over and do everything right. Good character. Like, most games overdo it. Just make them just dumb. You know, they usually make characters just dumb. And he's not dumb.
Were it not for the Undying's aid, I would be long dead. Grant them your trust, and they will repay you with their loyalty.
All I'm saying is they did a damn good job.
Did you see that?
Actually, with a lot of these characters, they did a damn good job.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, so... Here you are. Best of luck out there, Sid.
What we got going here? That's nice. If I actually get to a point where I don't need AP and experience, that would probably going up on my list. Interesting. You know me. Like I said, we're finishing up everything that we can before we move on to the main quest, which I'd love to do, but that would put me going to bed way too late. What am I doing? I was just at Lost Wing. Where's it at? How do I not remember where Lost Wing is? East Pool. I am quite confused right now. Lost Wing. For some reason, I thought Lost Wing was in Rosaria, but it's in the Holy Empire. I really hope I got the music from Lost Twin. Because if not, I can't get that music until the next playthrough, I guess. Where is this man in black going to be? Cellar that they would never let me in.
Your work here is done.
I gotta say, the Japanese culture of fat people being strong because of sumo wrestlers doesn't add up. I mean, yes, sumo wrestlers are fairly strong. You know, they train though to have muscle underneath the fat. Just because you have fat does not mean you have muscle. It's just a culture thing I've noticed. A little bit overdone. They make them very heavy set so they can carry big items.
Canva's walls will not hold the Akashic Horde for long. We can only hope they hold it for long enough.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Oh, what do you see? Water? Ruins? A mountain? Like the third time I've heard you say that. Nope, don't see anything.
We sent Cursebreakers to Martha's Rest, Dalamil, and Northreach. Hopefully they can help maintain the peace. Or at least a semblance of it.
Cole told us everything that happened. It's a bit of a worry that both the Republican and Imperial armies are in disarray. But it was good to hear that the people stood their ground.
Yeah.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
Yeah, making sure I'm
Seen
good.
enough?
And I am. Finally caught
Welcome
up.
to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised all done?
Very good. Next thing to look at. Been meaning to do this for a while. I mean, I'm using it to shred off, like, the major portion of, their stagger bar is being done by this, followed up by this. Even though it's only 2 stars, because it hits, like, 5 or 6 times or something, even 2 stars does a lot when you hit 6 hits. If you're close, the further you are, the less hits you get. And you also have to not go past them. It's like on that dragon fight, when I was locked onto the head, it would do 2 ticks. But if I was not locked on at all, and I hit the body, I get like 6 ticks. And each one has a chance of critting, does its own damage, and its own stagger. 2 different sets of damage. Both sets appear to be able to crit too. So, quite a powerful ability, this one. And it has a pretty fast recharge timer. This overall, though, in my opinion, is the best burst stagger gauge break that I have. This also stagger breaks pretty good because of how many ticks it does. But it has a very, very long cooldown. And I prefer to AoE with it than tick stamina. And then this is just great for just ticking over time the stagger bar. It's not a very good burst, but now that I've upgraded it, it will definitely be a little bit better, I think. Actually, would like to see what it looks like now. I'm hoping it isn't just wider. Like, I mean, I'm fine with it getting bigger. That'd be great. But if it's just wider, and it's just as dark, and you can't see through it, that will actually make combat harder for me, not easier. It'd be great if it does more damage. Or even if it's just does more damage and a little bit wider, but doesn't look that much wider, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, though. Actually, let's look up. Been wanting this for a while.
heroes in the villages.
That's too much. Not what I was thinking it was. Oh yeah, I've never taunted, I don't think in this entire game, R2 plus touchpad. Yeah. I am 99% sure I've never done that combo before. Okay, I was hoping that there was a game setting that would allow you to see through the abilities. I already used my ability points, which I think that was well spent. I've been using this ability, this ability, this ability, and this ability for a long time now, and just kind of ignored the fact that they weren't even upgraded. I upgraded this one right away, and upgraded this one next, and I used it for quite a while, and then I realized I wanted to use this, and I bought it, and I thought it was the limit break, so I didn't even equip it. So I'm running around using that. I had purchased that and really wanted to use it, and I didn't realize the limit break was separate than that ability. It took me a long time to realize that these are just normal abilities. Well, the circles are. This is basically like a special ability for each class, each tree. Yeah, I think that might be it for tonight. Making some good progress to this game. Next time we'll be going to the free cities of Canver. Okay. Well, you guys have a good night. It's been fun, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. If not, I believe I told my boss I can work an overtime shift on Saturday and Sunday this week. So I'm definitely going to find a point in which I can stream. Let me pull up the calendar. Not work calendar, just my calendar. So it'll be the 23rd and the 24th. And then the 30th. No, not the 30th, 31st. 23rd, 24th, 31st. Let me check. I really wish he just had the schedule made out, because like the schedule really doesn't change unless somebody goes on vacation. And I do have a problem with his last minute schedule. I mean, like 2 days before the shift starts, putting the schedule out there. We're adults and the schedules don't change. If you're a second shifter and you work Monday through Friday, you're a second shifter and you work Monday through Friday. That doesn't change unless you pick up somebody else's shift. The 23rd and the 31st. You know what? I don't think I ever agreed to work the 24th. I shut down the calendar. Yeah, so I will definitely be streaming on the 24th, Monday the 24th, or the 23rd after I get off work, which is the 24th, after midnight. I get off of work just past midnight. So that Sunday, very early, I'll be streaming. So, we'll see if I do stream. Most likely I will just do, like, a single mission. Because, well, first of all, my nieces are here until, I don't know, they said a week. So I guess till, they'll leave here the last day out this week. I'm not going to get to spend any time with them. They even told me they were coming for a week. So they're spending time with us. And there's 4 adults living here. And the day they came over is the day they asked to come over. So, like, there was no prep. No way to ask off. No way to plan anything around it. I'd love to take them swimming. Actually, my previous job, they're all like, please come over here and hang out with us. You haven't seen each other. I haven't been to my previous job since the middle of last summer. Pretty sure they'll just, like, let me walk in without paying, too.
Kanda's walls will not hold the Akashic Horde for long. We can only hope they hold it for long enough.
Yeah, I'll just say it. I used to work as a manager of a city rec center. I did the managerial duties, but on top of that, I was kind of the main manager of the lifeguards. I was considered the assistant, but at least for the last 3 months, I wasn't really an assistant. I did all of it. And then the assistant kind of, especially on weekends, did all of it. And there were weeks where nobody else was around. There are little things like money stuff that you didn't really do too much of, like getting quotes for items and like big projects. Like when they're replastering the pool, I didn't go out and get quotes for that, or like pick who did it, or organize that kind of budgeting stuff. That's the only thing I didn't do. Payroll, I did more than my boss did. Schedules, I don't think he would know what his schedule was if it bit him in the ass. I think the one time he made the schedule, everyone complained. They were so upset about it. Yeah. So it's just, I ran that place. That's the way I felt anyways. Whatever. I can put on my resume for the rest of my life. Was a leader for 6 years. But doesn't really matter. Well, I'm gonna call it quits now. I will definitely be streaming on the 23rd, 24th, just after midnight on 23rd. And if I do play any between now and then, I probably won't stream it, and it'll probably be me redoing missions, trying to get some trophies. Because I need to get some, like, there's trophies for doing certain things. And if I pull the trophies up, I'm pretty sure it's going to, yeah, it puts it in, like, where I don't like what it does to the screen. Hold up. I will read to you guys, which I normally don't do. Aren't you guys happy? I'm reading you a bedtime story. Oh, and I'm done playing, so if you just want to sit here and talk, stay. But if you don't, not interested in hearing what I have to say about my trophies, then call it a night, and I will see you guys next time. like I was saying, hold up my trophy list. Alright, so trophies I have left. It appears that there are 4 more main storyline trophies. 3 bronze and a gold. And then I gotta kill 15 more enemies while semi-primed. Which is not hard. I just gotta go do it. I almost only use prime when a large enemy is staggered, because that's the intelligent time to use it. Killing weak enemies, which is what it wants me to do, with my semi-prime mode is useless. Unless you're after the trophy, which I could go out to the field. I could probably do it right now. Go out to the field and gather up 3 groups of enemies, go semi-primed, hit my Flames of Rebirth, and literally get the trophy done in like 1 or 2 pulls. I'd have to probably do 1 pull and then wait for my Flames of Rebirth to come back, do a second pull. There's 15 enemies, it's quite a few. Next one would be Never Coming Down, land Gouge, Wicked Wheel, and Rook's Gambit in midair before landing. So, for that one, I think there is something I would need to do. I would have all 3 of these, right? So, I would have to master one of these. It would, of course, be this one. Because why would I master one that isn't the one I use all the dang time? So you have to hit the enemy with all 3 of these, which means that you have to have both of them equipped to a Grota tree, and then the 3rd one equipped to a different tree, like the Phoenix, or, for me, Titan. So I'm not sure if it matters if I, master these. So I would have to earn another 800 AP to be able to even attempt this trophy, which I will end up doing at some point. Okay, next one, Rod of Redemption. Lure an enemy into striking a lightning rod 3 times before it dissipates. So a lightning rod. That. So you got to put one of those down, and I guess that last one where he runs into it. You have to do that 3 times with 1 ability before it goes away. So I feel like if you had a large group of enemies, there's points in the game where it's just you and Torgal. That's probably the best point to do this. You get a large group of enemies out in the field, you drop one of those things down, you stand on the other side, they run into it. Boom, done with that trophy. That one's not going to be hard. Not a good time right now because I have Jill and what's his name? Joshua with me. Next one. Beat the rocking blocks. Okay. Land 3 punch of a Titanic counter twice in a single battle. Land the 3rd punch of a Titanic counter twice in a single battle. I am actually not sure what that is. I understand that this allows you to counter. So, do they hit, punch? Oh, it's a combo. Okay, so you block, you get a perfect block on it, and then you attack, and you have to do it twice in a single battle, so not on a single enemy. That doesn't sound all that hard once you get the timing down. The next one is just becoming available. It's Mega Flare, which is this ability. It's Mega Flare. Right. Satellite. Impulse. Giga Flare. Is that Flare? Flare. Mega Flare. Okay. So it's this ability right here, which I have upgraded. Land 100 total hits with a level 2 or higher Mega Flare. Now my question is, I'm going to look it up later probably, but do more attacks come out the higher the level? So, like, you have to be level 2, but you could have it 3 or 4, right? So if you hold it down and you get it to 4, looks like the same amount of attacks to me. So dodging makes it level up faster. He dodged that attack and went from 1 to 3 instantly. Same amount of attacks it looks like though. So I don't think it matters as long as you're level 2 or higher. So really, dodge 1 attack, then let go. And just keep on doing that until you land 100 hits. And looking at this, it attacks multiple places on the map. One's going to constantly hit the guy you're targeting, and then all the rest of them are just all over the map. So if you have a large group of enemies, probably won't take as long. That'd be really great if you have a large group of enemies, though 100 hits will take a while. Such dodge, so mega. Execute a perfect dodge 3 times while charging a single Mega Flare. So you could do that in your first go. All you have to do is get 3 perfect dodges. Which I feel like with the ring, if you just stand still and let them try to melee you, you have a decent chance of getting this to happen. That looks like that's it for all the stuff I have. The next is O-Snap, which is, if you don't want spoilers on abilities later in the game, this is the time to go. So, get going. Shoot. Alright, spoilers incoming. So the trophy O-Snap. Inflict permafrost on 10 enemies by perfectly dodging attacks with Cold Snap. Obviously, Cold Snap is going to be an ability. I'm guessing it's probably like Wings of Light. It's the square ability. I'm assuming. Cold-blooded. Simultaneously defeat 3 or more enemies. Frozen using Frostbite, Permafrost, or Diamond Dust. So, you have to freeze 3 enemies and kill them, but you have to use the actual abilities. So, it's going to be like these 3 probably, for the Shiva tree, I'm guessing. But Diamond Dust is actually probably down here in this one. Every damn Sinwa? Sinu? That's a word I don't recognize. I'm looking up what that word is. Sinew. That's, I guess, how you say it. A piece of tough, fibrous tissue uniting muscle to bone, or bone to bone. A tendon or ligament. Okay, it's a tendon or ligament. Okay. But it's a sinew. Sin-you. That's how you pronounce it. According to that. According to Google. Oh man, it's reloading. Every damn sinew. Land a level 2 or higher Zengetsu, Zentensuken, Zentenkusuken. I'm not very good at Japanese. Not very good at speaking. 5 times. On a level 2 or higher, Zan, 5 times. Okay. It's not in a single battle or anything, so you just gotta... That's gonna be super easy. So you just play using that class. Fistful of Steel. Execute 3 steel counters in a single battle. That, if you're using it as your primary during a boss fight, will probably easily happen. Next one. Master all of a single icon's abilities and feats. I could probably easily do that by doing this, or these two. Will take a bit more. Not a big deal either way. I'm not worried about it. It will happen. And then upgrade all feats and abilities to maximum. That's going to be for every single one. So the yes icon will definitely happen if you get master class. The next one is with 2Ds. Upgrade your consumables in inventory slots to their maximum. I've already done it once. I think there's only one more side quest for it later. And they opened up my mind. Collect 6 sign boards. I've already done 1, so there's 5 more somewhere. I believe they're going to be from the main quest givers throughout the game. When you do their quest chains to the end. Clear the hunt board. I'm pretty close on that, I think. Over halfway. Just barely over halfway. Which tells me there's quite a bit of game left. Also, why am I fighting rank S's? Like, before I'm even halfway through the board. That's weird. Complete some sort of chronolith trial. I think I've been finding those on the map, but I can't do them yet. Which I bet probably coming up soon. For the Horde, which I respect the name of that trophy. Obtain all curiosities. Been working on that a little bit. This one I really don't care about. Craft 5 pieces of gear. It will just happen naturally. I did 1 because it's part of the tutorial. I'm going to craft, which is the next one, craft the legendary sword. I will definitely do that. During my next playthrough, I will be crafting a bunch of stuff. So, next playthrough, I will definitely get that. Careful Whisper. Collect all available items from your patrons, which there's only 4 left. So, almost done. 4, I'm 75% done. I got 12 out of 16. Visit all the areas in the game, 51 out of 68. So there's not that many areas left. Spend 36,000 at the bar here, in this area, which, I might do that right now and just, like, get the trophy and then close out of the game. So it doesn't actually spend money and I still get the trophy. And then the final one is complete the game on Final Fantasy mode. So, that's all the trophies. It's been real fun, and if you made it all the way to this point, congrats. You're awesome. Let's see how much money I got. Where is my money? Oh, whatever. Let's go find out. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I can just sell stuff. I don't have enough money.
Welcome back, Sid. That's what we like. Knock 'em back, everyone!
Yay! Take my money.
Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Cool.
You look like you could do with a drink.
Whoops.
The usual, then?
Yep, the usual. It's accidentally clicked it. It's a gulp in my ear. I love it.
Oh, keep your mug handy. What can I get you, Sid? As if... Good news, everyone! Oh, you're not leaving already, are you? You look like you could do with a drink. Honestly, Sid, you're too nice for you. Do you hear that, ladies and gents?
Watch the next one. Be like, yeah, Sid's the cheapskate that doesn't have enough money. Yeah.
Don't be a stranger, Sid.
Don't know how much money I had walking up to this
What can I get you, Sid?
task.
Well, someone's in
There
a
we
good
go.
mood. Drink up, you lot.
One less trophy to worry about later.
Oh, you're not leaving already, are you?
But that's it. I am not saving my game after wasting 40,500 gil. Which leaves me wondering, how much gil do I have?
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
Dang. That was a very emotional note to end this stream on. Leave it to Charon. Named after the Roman of the underworld. I think it's hilarious that they named her after the rower for the river Styx. Boatman, the ferryman. Especially when they refer to her as the Angel of Death whenever they talked about her during her quest line. Well, it has been fun, guys. Peace out. Have a good night. See you guys next time. Bye.